Now, ABC 6 Sports.
How much did we miss this day? A tradition unlike any other in the state of Rhode Island. The first Saturday of December, PC against URI, as it should be. The game called off last year, and the two-year buildup came to a peak today at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. Fans from both sides of the rivalry were back chirping each other. Mutual respect shown between head coaches Ed Cooley and David Cox. A warm pregame embrace. It was an electric atmosphere, and it fueled the Friars early. Noah Horchler with the corner three. PC starts out with a 9-0 lead, part of a game-high 16 points for Horchler. Ed Croswell stepping forward again off the Providence bench. He follows a stellar night against Texas Tech with another big-time performance. The putback dunk helps PC build an 11-point halftime advantage. The lead would get as big as 17, but the Rams shaving it down to 6. Thanks to the local boy, Sebastian Thomas, the former Hendrick and Hawk, hustling to cut the deficit to 2 possessions midway through the second half. But Horchler, the grad senior, coming up clutch. He never played Rhodey before, but he's 1-0 in the rivalry now as Providence gets the win after the 2-year wait, 66-52. Sports director Nick Coit was in the middle of this Ocean State showdown.
It certainly was an atmosphere worthy of this rivalry. You could tell walking into the Dunkin' Donuts Center on Saturday that these two programs had not met in 2 years. The Rhodey Rams showed some resiliency, but it was the Friars crashing the glass that helped PC beat URI in the 131st meeting, 66-52. Ed Croswell was the man for Providence, 13 points, 15 rebounds, a double-double. Ed Cooley's got a new nickname for the big man.
Croswell cleaners. He came up and cleaned up everything off the glass.
The Rams had rallied and the Friars had gone cold in the middle of the first half, but Croswell's entrance and impact sparked a surge for Providence, helping the Friars build a double-digit halftime lead.
I just wanted to come out, play good basketball. Obviously, the crowd got me into it. It was a great crowd. Never seen nothing like it. And I just was out there playing. Just playing basketball.
The Friars felt they were battle-tested coming into Saturday with those wins over Wisconsin, Northwestern, and Texas Tech, and it showed down the stretch with Noah Horchler's clutch shooting.
We work on situations like that all the time in practice. He puts on 2 minutes, sometimes even 30 seconds, 15 seconds in a game, and we're all ready, prepared to take a big shot like that.
Those big shots fought off Rhode Island's rally after the Rams cut it to 6, but same as Coach Cooley, Coach Cox pointed to rebounding as a key in the game.
They crashed with purpose. I mean, obviously, it's a physically imposing team. We talked about we were going to have to find a body today. We just gave up too many offensive rebounds, too many second chance points. Can't do that against a team like this on the road.
So now that PC and URI have crossed paths, it's time they go their separate ways. For URI, it starts Tuesday night back at the Ryan Center, where they'll try to bounce back, hosting Sacred Heart. For PC, they'll be back here at the Dunk Tuesday night, hosting Vermont. From the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, I'm Nick Coit, ABC 6 Sports.
Thank you, Nick. So Providence wins in basketball. The Friars hockey team up in Boston for a rematch with Northeastern. The Huskies beating PC 2-1 in Friartown last night. East Greenwich native Gunnar Wolf Fontaine scored the first goal of that game on a breakaway. Call Olivia Rodrigo, because this is deja vu. Fontaine in transition for the second straight night, putting his hometown team down 1-0. Northeastern sweeps Providence with a 4-1 win. A tremendous day on the local sports scene, not just because of PC-URI or that top 20 college hockey matchup, but also because the fantastic Rhode Island high school football season came to an end. And hats off to all who participated and gave us a bunch of fantastic games to watch. 2 division championship Super Bowls played today to wrap things up. A clash of champions in Division I, the defending champs Central through the smoke and onto the gridiron, facing North Kingstown, who took the D1 crown the 2 years prior to the Knights winning it. The Skippers got out to a 13-0 lead, but the strong Central running game got going. Theron Zarwaya goes all the way up, breaking through a wall for a 49-yard touchdown. That makes it a one-score game, 13-7. The Skippers respond. Ferris Bueller once said, "Life comes at you fast. If you don't stop to look around once in a while, you might miss it." The same can be said for Eddie Bueller and the NK offense. It comes at you fast. Bueller hits Keith Mancini in stride. He sheds his defender and scores. North Kingstown wins its 3rd Division I championship in the past 4 years, 34-13, the final.
We won it 2 years ago and the year before that, so we didn't get a chance to play it last year, so we wanted to come back and take what was ours.
We wanted to follow that legacy and keep that legacy up. We know NK's been one of the top schools in the past years, and we wanted to prove that this year. We didn't want to take any years off. We wanted to come back from a struggling year last year, and we wanted to prove something to the league and to the state that we were back.
And we wrap up our high school football coverage with the Division IV championship. Undefeated Pontigansett trying to avenge a Super Bowl loss from last season against the Exeter West Greenwich Prout Co-op, the first 6 seed to make it to a D4 title game. The Chieftains setting the tone from the opening kickoff, taken by the up man, Peter Giorgiani. And he's got a seam. The big boy wearing number 59 showing off the wheels. Pono goes up 7-0 without an offensive snap. Stops were hard to come by for the Knights defense. They get one in the second quarter, though, tipped up by Jared Zalkberg, intercepted by Connor Hawes. Teamwork making the dream work, but it was a dream day for Pontigansett. Losing in this spot in the spring, over the hump as the Division IV champions in the fall, 48-0 today.
How motivated was this team after last year to come back and get this done?
Oh, it was evident right from day one, summer practices. I don't think we ever had a time where we weren't together as a full team. So they were ready to go. That's all they talked about, and they got it done.
A good team. We should be up a division, and we will be next year. Hopefully we get that D3 win, too.
And congrats to the champions. Ime Udoka playing in his hometown of Portland, Oregon. The Celtics head coach said Jaylen Brown wanted to play tonight, but he sat him because of a hamstring issue. Al Horford also on the shelf in the second night of a back-to-back, so Jason Tatum taking over. He takes a lot of heat for playing too much ISO ball, but it looks like that you see why he does it. Tatum finishing with a double-double, 31 points and 10 rebounds as the Celtics win 145-117. The Providence Bruins are on a COVID pause, but Jack Ashan able to be called up to Boston for the injured Jakub Zaboral, clearing protocols ahead of the Bruins game against the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Lightning. Off to overtime, tied at 2. We play this sequence out. David Pasternak on the breakaway, hit with a stick, no call. It goes the other way. Steven Stamkos wins it for the Lightning in a flash. A missile of a slap shot past Jeremy Swayman. The Bruins get a point in their final game without Brad Marchand, but losing 3-2 in OT. That's all for sports. ABC 6 News will continue after the break.